So here we are then, finally, after a year. This is the 3-mark video for the super rare German pre-order tank, the Panzer 5.4. I checked what replays, and it took me almost exactly a year to actually 3-mark this tank, and I'm now on the EU server one of 7 people to actually have 3 marks on this tank. It was quite the struggle. As I said in earlier videos, this tank is pretty much only played by pretty skilled players. So on this tier 5 tank you need an average combined damage of 1800 to stay equal in your gun marks. Anything over that will slowly start to creep up percentage wise. This battle was a battle which was really good actually in terms of damage and combined damage. The battle before this I got an absolute failed team. I managed to do 500 damage and I dropped from 94.93 to 94% pretty much. And this battle actually finally made the jump, a full percentage jump to 95.2%. In total I managed to get 2292 damage of myself and 1500 spotting. As you can see, yeah, shooting the OIs going on the hill. These health pinatas really did help me to actually get the required damage. It's, I mean, I took count, and it actually took me 139 ace tanker matches to get to this point, because even like a regular ace tanker badge did not guarantee that it was enough to actually climb percentages in terms of gun marks. It's ridiculous, but this tank is a lot of fun to play though. And it's actually, surprisingly, it's my first 3-mark on any tank, because I simply don't play randoms enough to 3-mark tanks. I've got a couple that are 2 marks, and those are the tanks that I just like playing a lot. But this is the actual first 3-mark tank that I get. And here I make a bit of a mistake, by the way, for this Leopard. I thought he couldn't actually hurt me, but he actually has a really nice gun, and he shaves off most of my health, which was a bit of an issue. But all in all, I still managed luckily to survive because he couldn't clip me, and these 2 guys weren't that lucky either. And now I got focused by the arty obviously, but as you can see we're up to 1814 at the moment. But yeah, it was actually a lot of fun. I'll probably continue to play this tank occasionally, but it is actually it's a really good tank for the tier it's put on. It's a great counter to stat padders in the T67 actually, because this tank has superior view range and superior gun handling, so you can actually easily take them out, and a lot of more HP obviously. But it does not like OI tanks, and KV2s a lot with derps. But as you can see, with the good view range I actually managed to spot quite a lot. But yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy that I actually managed to get the gun mark on this. If you want to repeat the exercise, basically getting your own 3 gun marks, firstly I wish you a lot of luck, because doing 1800 damage, it might actually sound easy even on a tank like this, but in a lot of battles either there's not enough HP for you to get that number, or your team is too good and hoovers up everything. So it's actually surprisingly difficult. In the end, basically you need about 2400 damage to nicely climb up. But yeah, I don't really recommend grinding the 3rd gun marks on this, unless you want to put in the time and you are actually quite a competent player, even on tier 5, because it's not easy, definitely not. I mean, if you look at tanks like the ELC, you get the gun marks pretty much instantly with like 600 damage on average. It's quite pathetic, 600 combined. It's really weird, but this tank definitely not. So yeah, let's take a look at post-game stats and yeah, see what I made of it. So here we are then, finally. It took me 4 sort of sprints to try and get the gun mark to actually get it. This was the 4th time. I've been at 94.5%, 94.7% 3 times, and I dropped back to 90%. One even 85%. It was really bad. But this time I luckily made it. The last or the match before this was actually shit, as I said in the replay, but this one was really good. So here we have the 3 gun marks. Finally, ace tanker obviously. Also managed to get a scout medal for detecting pretty much the whole of the enemy team. Patrol duty for the most spotting damage. We got Confederate for shooting basically everyone and the high caliber obviously. Let's look at the stats. So 2,292 damage, which is really nice compared to what the rest of the team managed to do. 1,603 base XP. All in all, pretty nice match. Obviously a loss because we're shooting premium ammo. Trying to 3 mark this with AP ammo is an even bigger challenge. Dare I say even impossible if you shoot only AP ammo. So yeah, since this was the 4th time, premium ammo it is. 2,292 damage myself and 1,446 spotting. Not too much driving obviously, but nice XP, and actually for a relatively short match, for almost 4 minutes. Yeah, all in all, I'm really glad that I finally managed to get the 3rd mark on this tank. As I said, I will play it occasionally, but now I can lay off this one and actually go play something else. So I hope you enjoyed the replay. If you did, feel free to rate it, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time.